Finally this month, after a lot of hard work and some tough decisions, the city's Planning Commission has accepted a version of the new urban growth boundary. It's a big step, and here's an update on where the process goes from here.
In late October, the Bend Planning Commission met to have their hearing on the urban growth boundary expansion. We met at the county building anticipating a large turnout. There were over 100 people there and over 30 people testified that evening.
Well, in late October, the Bend Planning Commission recommended what we called Alternative 4 for the UGB expansion. That built on actually 4 previous alternatives that had been developed during the previous 3 months. So Alternative 4 includes elements of each of those previous alternatives.
We were looking at equitably providing land around the city, and Alternative 4 addressed that. The City Planning Commission, the County Planning Commission, and the public received Alternative 4 very well.
I think the reason for that is it does address Bend's needs locally, ensures that we have adequate planning for our growth going forward, and at the same time satisfies requirements in state law.
After 33 meetings with the public involved, I think they are very happy with Alternative 4.
And throughout that time period, the Commission has held a number of public meetings, both work sessions and public hearings, for the purpose of hearing from landowners, developers, stakeholders, and citizens in general about how the UGB ought to be expanded. So they had the benefit of all that input, and that helped shape what ultimately was recommended.
Alternative 4 gives our city a balanced urban growth boundary to grow into over the next 20 years.
Following the Bend Planning Commission's recommendation for the UGB expansion, the next step is for the City Council and the Deschutes County Board of Commissioners to hold a joint public hearing to consider what the Planning Commission has recommended. The Bend City Council will have to adopt an ordinance that either accepts or modifies what's been recommended by the Planning Commission. Once that occurs, and once we have concurrence from the Deschutes County Board of Commissioners, the proposal will move on to the Land Conservation and Development Commission in Salem, and they will hold one additional hearing to acknowledge it as being in conformance with state law.
That's it for this month. If you have any suggestions for future stories, please give us a call or send us an email. And remember, you can watch City Edition on Bend Broadband Channel 11 or online on our YouTube channel. We'll be back next month with a brand new City Edition.